I have a problem. I have a Mac and I also have this PC, but I want to control them from the same keyboard and mouse. And that's where this comes in. This is supposed to allow me to plug in 3 USB-A and 1 USB-C device and output through 2 USB to 2 separate machines. I hope this will solve my problem. I need to hook up my keyboard, my mouse, my webcam, and my original Rodecaster Pro to share between both computers. The problem is I have some devices connected to this hub. There's a cacophony of wires back here, and some devices are connected to the back of the Mac. The plan is to find all the cables connected to the back of the hub and the back of the Mac and connect them to this sharing switch so that I can switch between the Mac and the PC to control either one. So looking behind the hub, I know that this braided black cable belongs to the mouse, but I'm going to use this opportunity to label it correctly and try and figure out what these other cables are so I can get those labeled correctly as well. Okay, now we have some labeled. There's still some I haven't quite figured out, but once I figure those out, I'll label them again. But now I know for sure this is my mouse, so I can disconnect this one. All right, here we are in this cacophony of wires, and I have found the cables, believe it or not, that I was looking for, and I was responsible enough to label them all. I mean, just now I labeled. I wasn't smart enough to have them labeled ahead of time. And now I'm just going to bunch up all my cables together with a Velcro strap. And now I won't lose them all. So now I can connect these all up. Keyboard, slack for the mouse, the webcam, and the Rodecaster. All right, so we have our 4 devices all connected. And what I've done is I've put a little bit of adhesive Velcro on the back so that I can attach this under the desk. All right, so got that stuck under the desk. I think that'll be okay. I'm going to route these cables throughout the rest of this cacophony, and that should help give it a little extra support so that all this weight isn't just hanging off of it. And then we'll connect it up and make sure it works. Actually, probably should have done that first. Learn from my mistakes. Okay, so I've plugged the switcher into the back of this hub that is connected to the Mac. I hope there's not a problem with having essentially a hub plugged into a hub, but we'll find out. And the other cable from the switcher, I'm plugging into the USB 3.0 port of the PC. Here's another mistake you can learn from that I made. This switcher comes with a little remote that plugs in right there. So I need to plug it in so I can control it without having to come down here and push that button every time I want to switch between the two. And we should be good. Okay, so now I have my Mac on this monitor and my PC on this monitor. I have keyboard, mouse, camera. And I can hear myself through the microphone. This appears to be working. So everything works on the PC side. So if I leave now and I hit the button to switch over, I now have mouse control on the PC side. I have keyboard control. If I turn my camera on, yep, there I am. And I hear myself on the microphone, so we're all good. Yeah. So it looks like this UGREEN switcher, USB switcher, works as expected. So far for the UGREEN USB 3.0 sharing switch, I'm giving it a thumbs up. It appears to be doing what I expected to do, what I need it to do. And while I've only had it hooked up for a couple of hours, it's working correctly.